Hi guys, I'm Kelly Swift. This is my YouTube channel. I'm joined with a very special guest, a very clueless special guest. Her name is
Taylor.
Yes.
Period.
Taylor is my sister. She's right here. Today I'm doing a video explaining the Tati and James situation. If you don't know what's going on, you're not alone, because guess what? She had no idea until 5 minutes ago, and I explained it to her, and let me tell you, you're not alone if you don't know what's going on.
I know everything now.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people want to know what's going on because you want to be in the know. You want to be hip. You want to be hip bone. You want to be humorous bone. You want to be all kinds of bones. Anyway, let me get you in the know. I explained it to Taylor, and so if you don't really give a fuck about what's going on, I don't blame you, because no one has time for James at this rate, okay? Especially not Tati, if you know what I mean. Okay, Taylor. So I explained it to her, and I kind of want her to summarize it for those who want to click off this video as soon as you can, because I know it's a lot. Okay, Taylor, tell me what I told you in 5 seconds or less.
Okay, I need more time than that. So basically, oh man, there's James, he's a man. There's Tati, she's a woman. They're both into makeup. James is a child, Tati is a grown woman. Basically, James was kind of on his come up when he was like a young infant, and then she met him, they kind of collabed together, she helped bring him up.
She was already, yeah.
She was established, he needed a little help up. He is the Justin Bieber to her Usher-ness, basically.
That's right.
For the adults in the room.
I like the reference.
So they're doing their own thing. He's coming up. He's a cover boy, doing all that stuff. He gets a big head. It happens. She's got, side note, she has her business. It's like a wellness. She's got vitamins,
Halo
stuff
Beauty.
like that. Thank you. And as you know, Coachella is great. They do. He shows up. He can't get in. There's some security issues, something like that.
Security issues. He's already in, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, so basically he's trying to get in. He needs to find ways to get in. He decides to partner with the enemy. Sugar Hair. Which is Tati's biggest competitor in her business.
Yes, Halo Beauty.
So he entirely slighted her, didn't respect all the help that she gave him, and basically she had to publicly call him out, because this is the YouTube world that we live in and nothing's private anymore.
How many
and everyone has
subscribers
questions.
did he lose?
He lost about...
Thank you so much for explaining. That was perfect.
You're welcome. I know everything.
So, I'm sorry, what?
Gonna break just for a minute.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
here.
Now I'm going to explain this to my sister, who doesn't know much about what's going on.
There we go.
And to all of you guys at home who don't really know what's going on, because it's okay not to know. You're about to know. Who's Tati in relation to James Charles? So Tati is a well-established beauty community queen, okay? She has had the respect of everyone. Drew Barrymore loves her. That says it all, you know? She gives out real opinions about things. She doesn't collab with brands she doesn't respect or like. She's really respected. She's been in the YouTube game for about 9 years now.
Wow.
Crazy, yes. James, not so much. He's been in the YouTube game for about, I don't know, 3 years, 5?
And he's only 6.
No, he's only 6 years old, so it can't be that much. Tati saw James when he was coming up. He DM'd her and said, Tati, I'd love to collab, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay, James, like, I see your talent. I want to help you. She had a lot of followers. He didn't even have 1 million at the time that they collabed.
Wow.
I don't even think he was cover boy yet. He might have been, but I don't think he was. So he wasn't really anyone, not saying you need followers to be anyone, but you know, he wasn't really anyone at the time. And she graciously
And gracefully.
helped him, you know, and she collabed with him. They ended up becoming really good friends. She was like a second mother. He's from New York, I'm pretty sure. His mom was in New York, his dad was in New York. So Tati and her husband were like his second parents. So imagine that, like a kinship, that they were just really close. She helped him gain followers and exposure. She even asked him to do her makeup for her wedding, which was about 2 years ago. So they've been really close for that long, which, life is short, that's a long time.
In YouTube world, that's
Forever.
eons.
Yeah. Tati has a company, it's called Halo Beauty, and it's her vitamin company. It's
You may have seen it featured on Facebook.
it's very successful, and it's her baby. And so she has this vitamin company that also has been in the works this whole time. So I just want to put that out there. Her big competitor is Sugar Bear Hair. Just keep that in mind as we continue with the story. Okay, so Tati has Halo Beauty, and she's friends with James. So James is in her wedding video. He's all over her Instagram, all over her YouTube. She's giving him more exposure than he needs. And all the while, now he's growing. He has more subscribers than she does. At this point, as of recently, he had about 16.5 million subscribers as of last week.
Ooh.
And she also had, I want to say 5.9 million subscribers as of
Loyal
a few days ago.
subscribers.
Yes. So anyway, but they're friends, like really good friends. She's like a second mom, whatever. So James, as he grows and gets more subscribers, he then releases a makeup palette. It's a Morphe palette. It's called Unleash Your Inner Artist. That's his logo and his brand, and it sells like hotcakes. It does really well. It's always out of stock. I have a friend who just got one. Love you, Aubrey. Good for you, but you might want to burn it. I'm joking. It's a good palette. Okay,
No, return it. Get that money.
Anyway, yeah. So doing well, and Tati all the while is supporting his palette, saying, get James's palette, whatever. Even if she shows another makeup guru's palette, she's still like, get James's palette. You know what I mean? He also has a deal with Morphe, and we all know, use code James for 10% off. You actually might not know that, but use code James for 10% off is like a joke. He always says it. It's always like whatever. And Tati says use code James for 10% off. She supports him even in the littlest means. As of a few weeks ago, there was Coachella. We all know what Coachella is.
No.
Okay, Coachella. My dad is here. Coachella is a music festival for influencers. By
It's like
influencers.
Bonnaroo with people who have too much money and they don't want to
Beyonce.
get dirty.
But yeah, it's basically Coachella. We watched the Beyonce documentary.
So is that the video that Beyonce was starring in?
Yes.
With
she was
the-
at that music festival, yes.
Like the Battle of the Bands?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, basically, James is at Coachella. James has had a lot of scandals. We also want to say this. James has had so many scandals with different guys. He's known to have tried to turn straight boys gay, which doesn't happen because sexuality is not, again, a choice.
Not with that attitude.
Okay, so anyway, basically, James kind of tries to lure straight boys in. And that's some tea that we'll get into another episode maybe if you guys want to see
T
more.
means truth.
T means that is the truth. Also, canceled means we're done with that person. Okay, so
Cancel you.
what happens for Coachella? James needed more security, so he took a brand deal with guess who?
Beyonce.
No.
Beyonce.
No, he
Worse.
wishes. Sister could never do that.
Hi, Katie.
So, he took a brand deal for more security and more money for him with Tati's #1 competitor, Sugar Bear Hair. And let me tell you, that's a lot of money.
Money.
Right.
It's like the
brand
coffee cup
deals.
on Game of Thrones.
That's topical.
Okay. Quiet on set. I'm kidding. Love you guys and your
Hold the
input.
work.
Okay, so brand deals are a lot of money. You know this. It's just monetary issues. So when James took this brand deal with Tati's #1 competitor, okay, who outsells, just want to say it, not for long. I mean, Halo Beauty does well, but everyone knows Sugar Bear Hair. All the celebrities do it. When he did that, not only did he backstab her, and I'm being serious, this is a big deal. Imagine someone you helped bring up into an industry totally disregards you and your business and promotes another business that is your top competitor. I mean, that's ridiculous. Just for security at Coachella. Honey, leave Coachella, okay? No one wants your ass there. I'm kidding. His ass is literally out, though, because he wears assless chaps. No hate towards James. I mean, you really have
No, I'll
grown an empire, but still, come on, man. Don't do this to your friends. We all know that. So, Tati finds out about this, obviously, because it's on his Instagram. Everyone sees it. And she's like, bitch. She's like, what the hell? Like, I brought you into this industry and you're disrespecting me like this. So anyway, so then James quickly apologizes to her, but not in a nice way. He does it in an aggressive way. In her words, she says that he kind of demands an apology on his terms. And he says, I'm really sorry, but like, can we just look past this? I just did it. And no, you can't.
She's mad as hell.
It really is. So Tati, she goes on Instagram, as we all might, except for my dad. He doesn't have an Instagram.
No Facebook.
No Facebook. And she says, I don't feel love in this beauty community anymore. I feel like I have everyone's back, but they don't have mine. Everyone is like, has to be about James, though she doesn't say his name. Then, one of James' best friends, Gabriel Zamoa or whatever, I don't know his name.
The
Gabriel,
cookie? The Girl Scout cookie?
No. He says, Tati, why don't you just say who you're talking about? So he's friends with James, and he's like, why don't you just say who you're talking about instead of like coming for him like this? So she's like, I will. So Tati then respectively makes in a respectful manner makes a video called Bye Sister.
Explain.
Okay, Sister is his brand thing, okay? He always starts his videos by saying, hi, sisters. Every video he says, hi, sisters. Everything is sister. He's like, let's sister slay today. Let's sister get this sister coin. Everything's sister. So she made a video that said, "Bye, sister," and everyone was like, "Oh my God, like, this is
could
about
she be
James,"
referencing?
right? So they know for sure she was crying about James, which we all knew, but whatever. Her video is about 43 minutes. However, she has a way of making it feel like 10 minutes because it's very juicy stuff. I'll summarize it for you. Basically talks about how James snubbed her and went with Morphe, but it goes deeper than just that. It's not just about the brand deals.
Money's really important.
I would never do that to a friend of mine. Just like disregard their whole business whenever, you know,
Yeah.
they support me. That's just something you don't do.
Of course not.
Thank you. So anyway,
You got ethics.
Yes.
and logos and ethos. So James, she's been kind of disappointed in him for a while. She always used to say his immaturity was because of his age. Again, he's 20, she's mid-30s, I'm pretty sure. It looks great though. But, you know, she always used to say, well, it's his age, he'll mature. But he hasn't, and he still does weird things. Like, for example, she said that they were at dinner for her birthday, and he has a thing for straight boys. He thinks it's like a competition to get them and turn them gay, which we talked about. That doesn't happen. But he thinks, so he was flirting with the waiter, and she was like, "James, he's not into you. He could be straight." He said, "Well, it doesn't matter. I'm a celebrity," which is just gross, and it's just gross. Like, that's just like a weird thing to say, and it just shows that the fame has gotten to his head. It hasn't gotten to hers. But I will say, he rose quickly. Like, he went from nothing to like 16 million.
As a kid, I mean.
Basically, she goes into detail about how she doesn't support him anymore, she doesn't want to be associated with him anymore, and she's done with him, and I think it was smart for her to publicly do that. However, it had a lot of negative impacts on his career. So James Charles, as of, well, before she posted the video called Bye Sister, he had 16.5 million subscribers.
Whoa.
And as of now, he has
About 14.
yeah, as of now, he has about 14 million
Oh, I
subscribers.
thought you meant 14.
No, no, that'd be insane. No, he has about 14 million-ish
Peanut gallery.
subscribers. And before she posted the video, Tati had 5.9 million, and now she has about almost 8 million. She has like
Snatched
7.6 million subscribers. So basically, all the followers he lost, she gained.
I love
if you think about
recycling
it.
so much.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so it's got to go somewhere. So they left him and went to her. Seems like it. So he's lost a lot of sisters, and she's gained a lot of Tatianas. I'm kidding, I came up with that name, but I kind of love it, Tati. Feel free to use that. Okay, so anyway,
Contact us before you do.
so it is much more than just followers or money. I want to say this. James, I think, has been put in the spotlight, but with that comes great responsibility.
I feel like Spider-Man.
I don't know what that's like personally, but I can tell you that we all make mistakes sometimes, and his are all public. And so I want everyone to keep that in mind, because
And scrutinized by people who have no idea what's going
yes, he has made a lot of mistakes, but I think he's also 20 and has a huge platform, and I can't even imagine the mistakes I'd be making. However, he bit the hand that fed him. You know, Tati brought him up, like my sister said. Tati brought him up, and he completely snubbed her. So that's another thing, is true friends, you know, they love you unconditionally, but there's only so much you can put them through. And she was with him for a long time until she couldn't handle it anymore. And I don't blame her for making a video. I don't think she realized that he would lose 2 million subscribers.
Well, she
over
herself
2 million.
thought that she would lose, did she not?
Yeah, you can't predict that. Anyway, the point is that drama happens all the time, and this is a big drama because it happens with one of the OG beauty gurus and with someone who's made it incredibly far at a young age. So that is the story of James and Tati. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below. Subscribe to me, and have a great day. Thank you for being my guest.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.